Who y'all think hooping right now, man? We looking out there right now. You like, ooh, okay, he putting on. He doing what he's supposed to do.
You know, I'm thinking about the Minnesota team, and we was talking about Nas Reed and Jaden, but we missing somebody.
Who that?
Julius Randle. Yes. I've been real hard on Julius this year.
Everybody's been hard on Julius for a few years.
I've been hard on Juju, but I'm telling you right now, he's hooping.
Yeah, he is.
And
I only heard Juju Watkins. Where Juju come from? I never heard nobody call Julius Randle Juju.
Yeah, but it's Juju. I've been knowing Juju for a long time. I ain't even think about that.
I just ain't never heard.
He's hooping. And what I like what he's doing for Minnesota is he's become this physicality type player. Yeah. He's downhill in the slot. He's aggressive to the rim. He's not settling at all. Yeah. He is physical.
Yeah, he's a bully.
And he's a bully at all times. The shots that he's getting from three are not off the dribble. They're catch and shoot threes. And he's attacking closeouts.
Yeah.
So he's putting a lot of pressure on the rim. He's guarding, he's rebounding, and he's focused, bro. He's giving that team what it needs to be successful.
And you know he's being successful because you don't hear no one talking about him.
Yeah, for sure.
They always talk about him, right? And every time they talk about him, it's what he's not doing.
Right.
And so to go through this playoffs right now, to be in a situation where they're up 3-1, you haven't heard anything about him, that shows you he's doing his job. Because the media's not on his ass.
He's hooping. He's hooping.
Bob, who you got that you see who
I'm gonna bounce off of that because the trade for that on the other side.
Talk to me.
Cat,
the big bodega.
Cat, who
they call him Big Bodega?
Bro, to see Cat be able to do and be able to do that in New York too.
Yes.
And that's special. Like for him to be able to do that and thrive.
Yeah.
You've always known Cat had the talent. That ain't never been questioned before. But to see him thrive in this moment.
But they only question his toughness. Right?
How do you measure toughness? This is my thing.
Whoever opened their mouth and say not tough, that's how they measured it. They don't.
Hey,
you don't know how to.
You saw when he ran up on my man's.
Yeah, but running up on someone.
No. They talk about him not being tough. Right. When I saw that, I was like, okay, there go the tough that you were looking for.
Right.
Man, that ain't tough.
That ain't tough, though.
He was also putting the sleeper, too. That was Rudy.
So the real question is then, what is toughness and how do you measure it?
Yeah.
Because people try to put this.
Well, we're playing sports, so some people take it away from sport,
right?
And they start challenging your manhood and saying you're not tough because of the tone of your voice or because of the mannerisms of your body,
aggressiveness.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be. People like to say, or because you get your nails painted, right? Like people like to take other things and make it like you're not tough. But we're talking about a sport, and in the sport, what makes you tough versus what doesn't make you tough. And for me, what makes you tough is not leading the league in technical fouls.
True.
What makes you tough to me is obviously like someone like Jimmy who don't really get no technical fouls. You know how mentally tough he is?
Absolutely.
To go through that, to like Steph, who gets fouled all the time, who don't complain too much and don't get a lot of text. You know how mentally tough he is? So like tough to me in sport is way different than someone's version of like, oh, he ain't tough. Yeah.
So being an enforcer. So like for you, who was your enforcer?
Oh, you already know who it is.
I know
who it is. With the braids, goddammit. It was number 40 with them braids.
But the best player cannot be the enforcer. Because he puts himself in jeopardy and takes away from the team.
Yeah.
That's why Draymond Green is who he is.
Draymond is the ultimate enforcer, but he's a smart enforcer.
I am glad you brought Draymond up. Listen, sometimes you got to respect people. And I know the other night I'm talking about the game at the end of the game against Houston versus Golden State.
Right.
And I know they were trying to run the screen and GP blew that up. Yep. GP second blew it up, so he had to go one-on-one with Draymond. Game over.
Game is over.
Don't do that.
No.
Like, go somewhere else. Don't even bring Draymond up in this. And so when I looked at that, I'm like, come on, you got to respect the greatness of that man as a defender.
Yep.
And like, I knew once it came down to him and it was over. Once he locked in on Draymond didn't let that man get barely past the free throw line.
Yep. Yeah, he was so concerned about trying to get fouled because, he was having his way with everybody.
Everybody.
Şengün was hooping yesterday.
He was
hooping. Go somewhere else at the end of the game.
Nah, but you don't do